Hey, everyone's fucking dying. Microsoft is more valuable than Apple, and PlayStation Classic is a scam, and more coming up. I guess. Wait, yeah, there you go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of ENunn's Autistic podcast for Tuesday, December 4th, 2018. I'm Ethan. How are you doing? So yeah, it's been a few weeks since we did the last episode. I actually had to get another hard drive, but external hard drive, that is. External hard drive. Got it right here. So now we can continue doing this shit. But yeah, here's what's going down. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's, wished me luck on the podcast, who's, gave support, and shit like that. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. I also want to give out, just want to let y'all know, I don't want to sound like an asshole or anything, but please don't ask to be interviewed. I don't want to I don't want to act like a dick or anything, but don't ask to be interviewed. If I want to interview you, I will personally ask you. I've gotten a few people in the chat last time that said, "Hey, can I be interviewed?" And I don't want to be a dick to them, but I will personally message you if I want to interview you. So don't bug me on that. What else I was going to say? Oh yeah, audio versions of these podcasts are now available on SoundCloud. I couldn't upload them to SoundCloud at first because I didn't have SoundCloud Pro Plus. So luckily I bought a subscription. Now you'll see you'll hear audio only versions on SoundCloud, and it's only going to be on SoundCloud, the audio ones, because Mega is a piece of shit when it comes to streaming audio. You have to, download Mega Sync, and it's a bit, it's just too complicated, so I was going to do SoundCloud, but like I said, I couldn't get a Plus subscription, or Pro Plus, whatever it's called. Third off, what was I going to say? What else? Oh yeah, I'm not going to be editing these streams for future upload, and by editing, I mean, taking out the beginning, taking out any breaks, whatever. The video edited on to YouTube, just because, rendering will be, honestly, it's gonna be a bitch to render. So, I'm not gonna, be doing edited videos. So the live version that you're seeing right now will be public after it gets some processing. Hang on. Oz, it's just gonna be really some random shit, stuff pretty much. So yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about the podcast before we begin. So yeah, it's been a rough few weeks, actually, not gonna lie. Not for me, I mean for the world, because we lost 3 people in the span of 2 to 3 weeks. Stan Lee died, Steven Hillenburg died, and Bush 41 died, and it's just it shocked the world. I think it shocked me, actually. Bush 41 and Stan Lee's death was actually was actually expected. I expected them to go at some point. Yeah, I know, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, I expected Stan Lee and Bush 41 to pass, but Steven Hillenburg, the guy who made SpongeBob, I did not, honestly, I didn't expect him to go. ALS, man, ALS just fucking is it sucks. ALS sucks, okay? It's like some weird, nerve disease where your nerves just disintegrate or something. I don't know. Heard of that ALS, ice bucket challenge? That's pretty much what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's so it's sad, really. That they're because like you'd think, with Stan Lee, you think that he's immortal, he can never die. Steven Hillenburg was just out of nowhere. Bush 41, I think I don't know about anyone else, but I think it was expected. So yeah, it's just really, honestly, not gonna lie, really just it sucks. It sucks. We lost a man who's what, create one of the most popular, some of the most popular superheroes ever. We lost a man who's made millions and millions of children around the world. Like, he entertained millions of children around the world. And we lost the 41st president. I know. It actually kind of sucks. It sucks. Okay, we're gonna actually move on to more happier topics. Hang on here. All right, here we go. Podcast. Is this the right one? Here we go. Microsoft has surpassed Apple as the most valuable public company. So Microsoft's big bet on cloud computing is paying off as the company has surpassed Apple as the world's most valuable publicly traded company. The software maker's prospects look bleak just a few years ago as licenses for the company's Windows system fell with a sharp drop of sales of personal computers. But under CEO Satya Nadella, whatever, I can't pronounce his name, Microsoft has found stability by focusing on software and services over the internet or the cloud with long-term business contracts. What is this? Hang on. Microsoft surpassed Apple briefly a few times this week. This was actually what? December. Oh, this was today. This article's from today. Microsoft surpassed Apple briefly a few times this week, but didn't close on top till Friday with a market value of $851 billion to Apple's $847 billion. God damn, man. Microsoft hadn't been on the top since the height of the dot-com boom in 2000. Man. That's actually, like, not gonna lie, that's crazy. $851 billion. Now that's a lot of money. That is a lot, and I guess congrats to Microsoft for becoming more valuable than Apple, I guess. ENunn soft, when you mean soft porn? No. I'm not fucking I want to be in porn. Man, Microsoft just was up and up and up and up, then just crashed down and then went up and then down and then up and then down. Now they're more valuable than Apple for some reason. I'm sure there's a reason. Man, that's crazy. What else? What other news? Oh yeah, what's this? Wait. Oh yeah, Apple's latest tech wants to get in bed with you. Look at this shit. Apparently, they're reportedly mulling plans for smart bed technology that watches users while they snooze. Like, wait, tracking their heart rate, breathing, and body temperature. Can you imagine that? If you think Apple couldn't possibly know more about you, dream on. The tech giant is developing a smart bed cover that watches users while they snooze by tracking their heart rate, breathing, and body temperature, reports the New York Post. Dubbed the iSheet, the gadget weaves around a blanket, sheet, or doona to monitor sleep patterns in order to help people get better rest. The multi-sensor system connects to a wireless touchscreen to a control panel and shows users their vital signs on a display board, according to a patent filed by the tech firm. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine just having Apple? Hang on, I'm just using the Stream Deck. It's a pain in the ass. Can you imagine Apple fucking Apple actually trying to help you sleep? I mean, there's mattresses that's full of shits. But there's comfortable mattresses. Not mine, because mine's shit. But Apparently, they're trying to help you to sleep better. I want to read on. The high-tech blanket also helps people with health problems by automatically calling an ambulance when it senses an emergency. I think there might be actually a little bit of problems with that, because, like, look, I mean, it can call, like, you know how computers aren't really that perfect. So if you sort of, like, if you aren't really having an emergency, the blanket could possibly call 911 or whatever, and you're just fine. You're fine and shit. So that's weird. Developers swear they won't collect or share personal information without permission, according to Pepper. Yeah, right. It's easier than using expensive and bulky medical equipment. Oh yeah, you could. Some systems requiring that the monitoring be performed in a medical facility or require the equipment to attach or directly contact the person, which can lead to discomfort and inaccurate analysis due to disruption of the user's sleep. You know, I would like to sleep better. I have a lot of I have like really restless nights because sometimes I can't sleep. I have a really shitty sleep schedule because sometimes I upload at 3 in the morning, and it's just like sometimes it's actually hard to sleep. And I don't know if this does decide to come out. I mean, that'd be cool, I guess. If it will help, I'd like to see it. All right, what's next? PlayStation Classic. All right. It's shit. Check this out. The games are great, but the emulation is really poor. From John Lenneman at Digital Foundry. By the way, guys, check out Digital Foundry's YouTube channel. They're fantastic. They get like amazing technical analysis and analysi or whatever about shit. And they're amazing. With its remarkable varied game library, the original PlayStation stands as one of the best console platforms in gaming history. For Sony as a corporate entity, the PlayStation brand remains a key part of its lineup and one that has arguably saved the company at points during its long history. For gamers, though, the original gray box represents an era of discovery and wonderful memories, a time when previously niche genres were given the chance to thrive the world over, and well-worn genres were given new life in the transition to 3D. PlayStation Classic falls short of expectations in many key areas. While the major deficiencies of the product have already been discussed, I want to explain in more detail what went wrong, why the PS Classic falls short, and it begins with the incredibly high standard of PS1 emulation that Sony has championed in PlayStation hardware. Now I want to explain this because hopefully in simple terms, the best I can. Okay. So, yeah, the PS1. Where's my PS1? Shit, I don't know where it is. I just saw it, like, not too long ago. It's on my bed. It's on my bed. Yeah, I don't know where it is at the moment. But, so there's a PS1. PS2 added backwards compatibility. PS3 added also has backwards compatibility with PS1 games. Some of the models have PS2 backwards compatibility. PS4 got rid of them. Now, the PS3 was pretty good. It was pretty sharp, and it was actually pretty good. It was really good. It had some input lag, but it was still pretty accurate. Let's see here. I actually want to read this too. The PS2 includes both the hardware and software necessary to play original PS1 games at native resolution, while introducing optional enhancements such as faster loading and texture smoothing. PSP, Sony's first handheld gaming console, also received support for PS1 games. I forgot to say that. And thanks to the shared MIPS CPU architecture, only partial emulation is required. Huh. Interesting. A feature the Vita would later make use of in running PlayStation software as well. Man. See, now the bar is set. According to this article, the bar is set. But the problem is, it falls short. So basically, it's running like what? PCSX, like rearmed or whatever, which is an open source emulator. I'm fine with the open source emulation. But the problem is the emulation is poor. 9 of the whatever games on it are the PAL versions, and something, and if you have something that outputs at 60 hertz, there's gonna be some judder because of the mismatch and refresh rates between PAL's 50 hertz and NTSC's 60 hertz. There's gonna be some judder, and it's not gonna be as smooth as 60 hertz. And also, most games that were made in either the United States or Japan, they weren't really able to convert to PAL properly. So what they did was slow it down to like 16 point whatever percent, 16.7 according to this article, and it ends up being terrible. Check this out. Using the PAL version of Tekken produces a slower experience with regular frame drops for added stutter never seen in the original game. What the hell, man? Like, why would they... Sony really made a really piss-poor decision on adding the PAL versions on something that outputs at 60 hertz. Like, for fuck's sake. Come on now. Hang on here. Most of the other PAL games aren't targeting high frame rates, and this is where things get worse. Cool Borders 2 shows the same issue we noticed with Tekken 3. Not only are there typical frame drop dips as a result of the 50 Hz to 60 Hz conversion, but there are additional missed frames along the way as well, and this feels much worse at a lower frame rate. It goes doubly for Grand Theft Auto, which is seemingly a 20 FPS game in its NTSC form, brought down to just 17 on the PlayStation Classic. See, I did not... Look at this. Okay, so there's the original PlayStation right here. 30 FPS, okay? Pretty stable. The red line, pretty stable. PlayStation Classic in the blue. I think this is, what, Ridge Racer, I think? I don't know what game this is. Yeah, Ridge Racer Top 4. The PS Classic is about 26, and it goes really all over the place, as you can tell from the blue line. And then the NVIDIA Shield TV, which is essentially kind of like a beefed up Nintendo Switch, but it's not really a Nintendo Switch. It runs kind of like the same hardware, but like a little bit higher clock speed. Shield TV, running the same PCSX rearmed emulator is a little bit worse. Even games that are designed to run at constant 60 frames per second, like Rayman, fail to do so. It's close, but there's a constant hitch that appears in every second or so that creates a constant, highly distracting stutter. Oh, God. Sony did so much wrong with this. Why... I didn't buy the PS Classic. It's really mainly because I'm just not interested. I'm not really interested in the damn thing. Hang on one moment. I want to try to get my, oh yeah, here it is. See? The best way, honestly, is either getting a PS1, okay? A real PS1, or like a PS2 or a PS3. Mine's mod chipped, so I can play backups. But like... The output I heard is very, very blurry too. Hang on, is there any... Okay, look at this. Oh shit. Hang on here. Hang on one moment. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is just like so... I know it's a little crop, but it's like so... It's blurry. See, like, NVIDIA Shield runs much, much better. And it makes absolutely no sense that Sony really fucked this up. Like, Christ almighty, Sony, you really had to... Shouldn't have fucked that up. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have fucked that up. Let's see. You should have took one from Nintendo's, honestly. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a ripoff or whatever. Nintendo doesn't own the damn classic shit. There's already, like, Act Game's been doing Genesis shit for years. More terrible than the PS Classic. But Sony just failed so hard at this one. And I like I said, I'm not interested in the damn thing because I actually have a real PS1. I have a real PS1 so I can do that stuff. PS Classic is limited to 720p, and that's fine. I don't care about the 720p. When you couple this with the typically blurry upscaling of 720p content you get on most modern flat panel TVs, the result is poor image quality that does the collection of games no favors. And he also brought up that hang on, what was it? Here we go. The PlayStation Classic paints an overly negative picture of these games. Frame rates are lower than less consistent. Image quality is blurry and there are glitches. Input latency, while acceptable, remains higher than original hardware. The inclusion of PAL games remains totally baffling, and the idea that the emulator isn't fast enough to run the NTSC originals is the only explanation I can come up with here for this bizarre state of affairs. It's such a shame because there are positives here. The front end is great. You have virtual memory cards available for each and every game, and it features a save state system that allows you to jump back into any game at the point where you left off. The basics are there, but the choice of emulation software and poor performance level ruined the experience. So, like, they're just gonna, I agree with John. It's gonna paint a terrible picture on these old games, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's just how it ran back then, when it's not true. It's not true. Real hardware runs better than, the PS Classic, and it's running a shitty emulator. And seriously, if you don't have a PS1, or at least maybe a PS2, fucking get one. If you want to play your PS1 games. Oh, hey, PS3. If you have a PS3, that's actually the more easiest. But, like, I actually, like, my setup right now, PS1, SCART cable to the, hang on, I have this set up with my Dreamcast right now. No, that's my soldering sponge. PS1 with a SCART cable to the OSSC. It's that simple, and I can get better results from that. With this setup, albeit it is expensive, the OSSC is only like $180 US. But plus you gotta add either a SCART cable or the HD Retrovision cables and a fucking PS1. But it's gonna look much better, and it's worth the money. It is worth it. And especially if you get one mod shipped, you can pretty much have almost the entire PS1 library with the damn CDRs. And I heard there's also another thing called the PSIO, which is kind of like a flash cart of sorts. And that can really do some good shit or something. Hang on. One moment. Okay. So yeah, the PS1 Classic is just a failure. It's a failure, and I just don't know how Sony could fuck up this bad. I don't get it. Makes no sense. Super nice too. It looks so nice. It's so small and shit. It just makes no sense. Alright, I guess we're moving on with that. I need to get that out of my chest. Let's see here. Crash Team Racing Remastered to be announced at the Game Awards 2018. Rumor. This is a rumor. Not confirmed. Not real. Not real. It's just a rumor. It's a rumor. A Crash Team Racing Remaster will be announced at the Game Awards 2018 on December 6th, according to a Eurogamer report. Earlier today, PlayStation Access presenter Holly Bennett posted a photograph of furry red dice she received by mail, the kind you might hang on a car's rearview mirror. The message, sliding it onto sliding into the Game Awards 612, signed by Anonymous. Anonymous? The fuck? According to Eurogamer, these are a tease for a Crash Team Racing remaster to be announced at the Game Awards in 2018. Crash Team Racing was originally developed by Naughty Dog and released for the PlayStation in 1999. When the Crash Bandicoot N. Trilogy, a remastered compilation of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot titles, launched, it was released first for PlayStation 4, before coming to other platforms a year later. Whether the rumored Crash Team Racing remaster will do the same remains to be seen. I am hyped. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't announce it, but if they do, man, I am pre-ordering that bitch. I am pre-ordering on PS4 because my PC shit and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, like real shit. Hang on here. One moment. Hang on, I'm trying to think of shit. Hang on, bear with me. I'm trying to think of this shit to say. Damn it! You know why I suck at podcasts? Just cause this right here. Cause me. I suck. But yeah, I you know, if they do announce a Crash Team Racing remaster, like I said, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm probably gonna play it. Probably stream it. It's probably going to be like probably till June. I want to predict it's going to be released April or June. Somewhere about April to August next year. If maybe later, I don't know. I wonder though, hang on here, the Game Awards, a live reaction. Maybe, I don't know, can they actually allow live reactions? Yeah, this is the OB1 plays. So it looks like you can. Cause like I might actually stream the Game Awards on ENunn Gaming, by the way. But I might stream the Game Awards if y'all really want me to. So yeah, I guess that's something new. All right, what's next? Oh yeah, YouTube's getting rid of a lot of features. Not surprised. But it really sucks, though. It actually sucks, because they're getting rid of annotations altogether. Deleting everything related to annotations. It's, just like, oh my god, it's just really shitty. It's really shitty from a historical standpoint. Because it says here, discontinue annotations editor on May 2nd, 2017. Update, we will stop showing existing annotations to viewers starting January 15th, 2019. All existing annotations will be removed. Yikes. So hang on, let me go on my Twitter here. Twitter.com/YT annotation. I think that's what it's. Annotaciones? Annotations. IT annotations. Here we go. Check this out. No, Ed. So check this out. YouTube is getting rid of annotations. Hang on here. And YouTube, hang on. See, this is the Twitter account, YouTube annotations. They make some pretty funny posts, not gonna lie. The guy who runs this shit. Don't remove annotations, as they're just a part of YouTube history legacy and will be losing a lot of history if you do so. Team YouTube replies, we understand. But since end screens and cards have been proven more effective and engaging, and annotations uses have dropped less than 70%, no, the annotations editor was deprecated back in May 2017, and so no new annotations have been created since then. Yobelkip. You literally remove the option to make new annotations as well as not including them on mobile. That's why annotation usage have stopped. Thank you, Yobel. That is, YouTube's decision to get rid of annotation is just so fucking stupid. It is fucking, like, it's dumb. It's dumb from a historical standpoint. Just because no one's been using annotations. By the way, the reason why no one's using annotations anymore is because you killed them. You killed them. is like that doesn't invalidate like all those old like shit. Hang on. Oop. They doesn't invalidate like hang on, bear with me. It doesn't invalidate like all those old videos that have the annotations and shit. That doesn't suddenly invalidate years of old content on your website, classics from days gone by. You've already removed the ability to put them on so that the engagement issue is solved moving forward. Why strip them out of videos from the past? Thanks, my older videos will have less content as I used to use the annotation system to embed comments into the video that weren't added during video rendering. I can't really go back and add them in now. The raw files are long since gone. Their usage just dropped 70% since because you disabled them for a year, so they're only on older videos. Plus, they aren't used solely for links either. I doubt they're going to stay, but at least keep them disabled. Let the older ones still be visible. I agree. YouTube shouldn't do this shit from a historical standpoint. There's actually, you ever heard a YouTube annotation game? There's actually hang on. Oh, I just got shit on my phone. There's a lot of videos that rely heavily on annotations. Check this out. Look at this. This shit has annotations. Give Kev a drink. Hang on, look at this. This makes absolutely no sense. To get rid of them, which pretty much invalidates all these old videos. This video's dumb. Hang on, annotation game. This is a lot of shit that revive. Yeah, here we go. POV jumper. Here we go. Welcome, like games or whatever. Just other shit. So yeah, it looks like my internet died. My internet's having a piece of shit right now. Looks like my chat's updating, but it looks like OBS just decided, nope, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do it. So, looks like we're gonna continue this offline. Chat's stupid that YouTube is killing off annotations, because like no one's using them. Of course, no one's using them because you discontinued them. Makes no sense. Anyway, next thing that's actually getting removed is credits. Video credits. You could have credited people and shit, like, starring blah 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 blah. Yeah, see, look up there. My chat updated, but OBS wants to be a piece of shit, so I can't really do this online or whatever. Anyway, yeah, they're getting rid of annotations. Not annotations, credits. Well, they are getting rid of annotations. Credits will be gone January 31st, 2019. You can't actually create any credits, which kind of sucks. YouTube's just getting rid of all these features, and they don't replace them with anything. They don't replace them. I mean, they got rid of the discussion tab, which, okay, they should have just yeah, they probably shouldn't have got rid of that, but I'm happy with my community tab. But they're getting rid of so many shit. And they're also getting rid of ad-supported movies and shows on January 15th. Makes no damn sense. Makes no fucking sense. It's stupid that they're cutting all these features that no one's replacing. No one's actually really replacing them with anything. So what's the point of removing them? And especially with annotations, it makes absolutely no sense that fucking they're getting rid of them from a historical standpoint and a contextual standpoint. It makes absolutely no sense. And on YouTube, you are going so far downhill. You're going way too far with this shit. It's so stupid, It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I wish I could have continued this online, but looks like my internet's dying, and I don't actually have any other news stories right now. For right now, at least, I don't got anything other news stories planned. I was gonna do some random shit for a while, but unfortunately, my internet's just bugging out. And OBS just wants to be a bitch. So yes, I guess that's done. Thanks everyone for listening and watching. Yeah, there's that. Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for watching. Now I have to get this shit up. It's gonna be a bitch. Anyway, see you later.